Oh, yeah. Well, welcome, future servers. Our first segment here is dealing with age identification. I figure what better place to use than one of the largest sports bars in the U.S., Stadium View, outside of Lambeau Field. Right now I'm here with somebody in charge of their security. His name's Dylan. Hi, Dylan. Good to see you, man. So, how long have you done security here at Stadium View?
I've worked security for about 5 years now.
Okay, gotcha. Probably seen a lot. After Packer games, events of the weekends. Yeah, probably a few thousand people in a given night. Yeah, it's a lot of turnover. We're going to try to simplify and centralize things for the common server getting their license today. There's 3 different types of IDs that Wisconsin has and utilizes. And there's the new one, there's an older one, and there's a really old one. And we're going to show you these right now. So let's go through the really old ones real quick. So what are some things that you see or should look for when carding somebody with an older Wisconsin ID?
Normally with the older IDs, we tend to see more people borrowing IDs more than anything. You're going to want to obviously look at
Like pretty much like the font or
right.
the picture?
When you first look at them, you're going to want to see that the picture matches up. You're going to look at the font to make sure that's accurate, and that's normally you tend to know what that looks like once you see enough IDs.
Okay.
If you have a flashlight on you, they have different holograms.
Holograms, yeah, absolutely.
Check that out.
Yeah, that helps.
And
I know that you do this on a very, very large scale, but if you're a bartender behind the bar, flashlight's a good example.
flashlight.
Holding it up to a television screen, does that work?
That will work.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. So, and that's the really old licenses. I mean, obviously, what are some easy characteristics to utilize? So, as far as like knowing their birthdays, do you often quiz people?
I tend to quiz people if like the red flags pop up of them. Normally, if it's like a boyfriend or girlfriend, and they tend to hide behind them is kind of a big red flag.
Sure.
Of what they're going to be doing.
Yeah.
If they look nervous in any way, that's my kind of go-to if I start to quiz people. And normally it's when facial characteristics don't match up. If they have a nose ring or something that they don't have in the picture.
Yeah.
A big thing with me is the eye color. When that doesn't match up,
Oh, okay.
then I'll start asking people like, how tall are you? And just kind of get into the things that people don't normally look for when they like, are using a fake ID.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I know there's one example where I carded somebody, and they said it was them. They swore it was, but they had a gauged ear in the picture, and they didn't have a gauged ear. In real life, it's like you ungauge your ears, and that's a funny example as well. Now, with the somewhat newer IDs, was there any changes when they made those?
Well, getting into the new, not the newest one, but the second one.
Semi-new, yeah.
Semi-new ones. The big thing with those is going to be like, if it's a fake ID, it's going to be the color difference, the picture quality, and the font is going to be really different.
Okay, gotcha. And the font has to be the same size as the driver's license number.
Correct.
Okay, if it's any smaller or larger, then you can tell it was a fake.
Yep.
Also, there's the picture in the background is a certain shape.
Yep.
Okay, I mean, there's a lot of specifics to look
Yeah,
for.
there's especially with these fakes, there's a lot of different things you can go into, and then when you're looking at the back of them, on the bottom right corner, there is the Wisconsin or WI in the corner, and then a logo of Wisconsin in green. When they're fake, they don't have like on this one. It doesn't have
Oh, wow.
it. It either won't have it, or it's going to have like this one is real because it has a dashed line around outside of Wisconsin. On the fake ones, you'll see that
It's just gold.
It's just gold Wisconsin.
Gotcha. And then the people taking this course can't see what I'm looking at here, but on the bottom right of the back of the ID, it's blank on some of these fakes, or it doesn't have the dashes around the state of Wisconsin. That's an easy tell. So, tell me a little bit about the driver's license number and the birth date associated with it.
Sure. So, when you're looking at the set of numbers on the top-hand side, in the second set of numbers and the last set of numbers, you're going to look for the last number and the first number starting with that, and it's going to be, that's what their birthday
The birthday is.
The birth year is.
Okay, so between the second and third set of numbers, right between the dashes, is their birthday year.
Yep.
And
So
if it's not, then it's a fake ID. Awesome. That's something that like even I didn't know about. So that's pretty crazy. So what about let's go to the very, very new IDs, because those are a little bit crazy. I mean, it's got all these like twists and turns in it, and explain that a little bit too.
The biggest things that we found with the most fake Wisconsin IDs are going to be the color difference. On the fake ones, you're going to see brighter, bolder colors. When you look at one of the real ones, you'll see more neutral tones. And
Yeah, if you look on the left side, there's some meat, or it looks like it's growing
you're
right
going to want
there.
to see more of like that bronze color to it instead of a faded look to it.
So if it's accentuated, then it's most likely fake, a superimposed picture of sorts.
I haven't seen too much of a difference between the font, but when you go into the right side of the ID, when you're looking at the numbers that swirl around the smaller picture,
Sure.
you're going to see a less consistent font. Look at this, and it will be more broken up. And then, like if you have a real ID, it's going to be more clear and consistent with the font color and stuff like that.
Okay.
Another trick with this, if you have a flashlight as a bartender, if you do a quick flash through the backside and you're looking at this picture, you want it to turn white. On the fake ones, it'll stay this black.
No kidding. Wow, that's a cool tell. Obviously, having a flashlight behind the bar is of utmost importance. So if you're not sure, or you know it's fake, do you have the right to keep it?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, what if you're not sure? You can still keep the ID?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's completely up to you. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to give it back to that person. If you
Legally, you can hang on to it.
legally, you can hang on to it. If you want to call out an officer, that person wants their weight around. Normally, when I say, well, just have an officer come and verify that it's a real ID, they tend to take off.
Yes.
So that's normally.
Obviously, another good tell of, and when in doubt, always card, obviously.
Right.
Now, what if somebody's clearly over 21 or even 50, but they don't have an ID on them? You still let them in the establishment?
That's your owner's discretion. If they feel comfortable allowing that person into their bar.
And always know, servers also know too that you always have the right to refuse service to anyone, and it's up to the owner's discretion. So you always ask them when they utilize or don't utilize, and tend to move forward from there. Now, what are some of the rules in this statute? Because everything differentiates. Besides these IDs, Wisconsin IDs, do you guys accept any other form of identification? Military ID, tribal ID?
We accept military ID we normally accept military ID with the second form if they have it, just a driver's license, passport. We accept passports. If it's a foreign ID from some other country, we tend to make sure that they have a second form, like a passport.
So it seems as though if it's not a federal or state ID, you need to have at least that to get into this establishment, which is a good rule because otherwise those can't be safeguarded and could be fake very easily. So, what is a FAB?
An FAB is a federally
Altered borrowed, I think it was.
borrowed.
Yeah.
So that's normally when you'll see that one you'll see most of the time where it's somebody else's ID that they're using is a real ID. So
And they cycle back around with it. And once again, you always have the right to refuse service to anyone. And anything else? I mean, I think we covered quite a bit here for our future servers. Excellent. Well, hope you guys learned a lot. And I want to thank Dylan for coming in today. And good luck out there, bartenders.